Fish on. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Got a fish on here, Bubba. He pulling a little drag too. Oh yeah. Nice little old fish. Probably weighs a couple of little old pounds. Let's see if I can get a nice little old screenshot with it. Nice little old fish. Well, good morning or good afternoon. It's going to be our afternoon today. John Boat Robert out here with you on another fishing video. We're doing a little something different today. We're doing a little bass fishing today out here at our local lake. Check the descriptions down there if you want to know what my local lake is. But we out here throwing some little crankbaits here. That's what we're throwing today. Just a little old crankbait. Come over here about a week or so ago. Tried to see what they're fishing or what they're biting actually. I've tried throwing about 4 or 5 different jigs, and it seems like they're biting the crankbaits better than they are anything right now. But we're just basically just putting around the edge of the bank here, eating the banks, I guess you could say. We ain't really out here to catch nothing to eat. We're just out here having a little fun today. But I'm kind of talking a little bit low because I'm just spinning around here. I'm pretty close to the dock over here, and I got a couple of guys over there. I don't want them thinking that I done fell off the side of the boat over here and bumped my head. But we just putting around the edge of this bank here, throwing up in the little shady spots and stuff around the logs. If I see a log like that little log right there, that's where I caught him at, right off the end of that log. But anyways, let me see if I can snatch up another one. We'll be right back with you. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Little old, about a 12-inch bass. Let's see if I can get him up in here. How about that? Little old ditch pickle. Laid up in that grass. But it's about a little 10, 11-inch bass. But it's a bass anyways. We caught him on the Super Fluke. I'm using my old tried and true Super Fluke that I use, man, back in the day, whenever I used to fish this lake all the time. This was very, very deadly over here. Like I said, I haven't fished this lake in 5 or 6 years for bass. So I'm kind of out of practice as far as it's coming to bass fishing over here. But all I do is hook that little old thing and just barely skin hook the hook there. And I think this is what they call the green pumpkin. He about done ripped the tail off of it. The green pumpkin with a little bit of red and flake in it and a red tail. But man, these bass over here, they love this little old thing, especially in the springtime. But anyways, all we're doing is just putting down through here and throwing against the bank here. I got, of course, 2 different rods that I'm throwing. I'm throwing the Super Fluke and one that I caught that other one on whenever I'm not in the grass. But this one here most definitely will catch the fish. Anywhere from the spring, the summer, up into the fall. I'm not too sure about the winter time, because normally I'm crappie fishing in the winter time. I can't wait until about 1st of December or so. But what I do, I just throw it out there and let it hit the water. Normally I throw it on top of the grass, and then I'll pull it right off the edge of the grass, and when I see it fall off the edge of the grass, I let it start falling, and just let it sit there for about 3 or 4 seconds and jerk it. Now I just seen another fish pop over there. He hit something on top. I'm fixing to throw over to where he's at and see if I can't get him to react to this little super fluke here. But it is most definitely something right there. I mean, I'm right on top of where he popped the top of that water a minute ago. He might not want it. But anyways, it was worth a try anyway. But we're gonna put up across here. See if I can't catch another one. I'm gonna let that little super fluke just sit there for a second and see if I can get something to maybe bite. Trying to reset my other GoPro back there. I've got 2 GoPros that I'm working today. We're gonna see how it turns out. But may turn out, it may not. But what I'm doing is this GoPro here that I got on my chest, when I catch something, as soon as I catch something or hook into something, I turn it on. And then my other one back there, I'm leaving it running constantly, so that way you guys can maybe see the hookup whenever I actually do hook up something. And I got it wired the way it's wired to where it's always charging, so I don't have to worry about the battery dying and all that like I would on my chest camera here. Get my trolling motor spun back around here before I get all up in my grass. I don't want that. Now, the way I've got my trolling motor set here is I've got my trolling motor set on like 0.4. It's got like a cruise control, I call it, but you can set the speed on this little trolling motor here. And I'm gonna have to work on the next couple of days doing these bass videos, since I'm in a total different boat and using different lures and catching different fish. I'm gonna do like I did with my catfish videos that I was doing there. I'm gonna create me a little description page there to where I can link all this stuff in it. But anyways, this is the Mann Kota Traverse is what I'm using here on this boat here. My Little John. This boat here is let's see, 16 foot, and I think it's 52 inches wide. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at it and to make sure. Now, I did a video back in the summertime on my other John boat, my big John boat that I got, my newer one, and so far it's got the best views and the most views, I should say, out of all of my videos so far. So we may have to do a review on this little old boat here. I've had this boat here about 8 years, maybe 9 years now, I'm not sure. I'm thinking I think this is a 2017 model, and of course I bought it new, so I've changed it up because I used to catfish out of this boat all the time. So I've changed some stuff on it here and there. And I've actually painted it back in the spring. I was bored, sitting around the house, didn't have nothing to do. Figured I'd paint it. So it's actually got a fairly new paint job on it. And it don't look too bad. I don't know how well you guys can see, but the color of the floor here in the middle is what the whole boat used to be. I didn't paint the floor. But anyways, we're gonna get off here and we're gonna see if we can catch another one real quick. Fish on, fish on. Look at that little dude there. Well, how about that? Now, I tell you what, I've been fishing, bass fishing off and on my whole life, and I don't think I've ever caught a darn bluegill on a crankbait. That's gonna be a first one. He hit that thing like he really wanted it, and he ain't much bigger than a darn bait. He was hungry. Now, if I had me a bucket of crickets over here or a bucket of worms trying to bluegill fish, I wouldn't catch a bluegill all day long. And then here comes this little old dude. We're gonna throw him back. We'll catch him in the spring, but anyways. Well, if that just don't beat all. Anyways, we're gonna swap up here for just a second and throw a super flute over it a couple of times, because I'm pretty sure there's a little old bass up in there. But anyways, if you guys have liked the video so far, you still with me, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We try to get a video out about once a week. Sometimes it just don't work that way. Thought I had a little bite there, but I'm just in that grass right there. But if I was over here today trying to catch some bluegill, I wouldn't catch a bluegill to save my life. So, but that just goes to tell you, that's fishing for you. Try to do one thing and you do something else. But it is what it is, I guess. I'm trying to get my other camera back there restarted. All right, now let's see if I can't cast on that little dinky point here a couple of times. And I come down through here, and what I'm doing is I'm finding me some like little pockets, like this little pocket right here, or a point, it don't matter. And I'll pull up there and spot lock, and then I'll throw a crankbait 4 or 5 times, and then I'll throw a super flute a couple of times. Just working this bait line with both of these lures here, and seeing if I can get anything to bite. I got 3 rods in here, but my other rod, my third rod that I got it for basically bottom fishing. I got it like a crawdad with a weight on it. I hadn't even thrown it yet, but anyways, we're gonna get off here for just a second and throw up in here a couple more times and see if we can't catch another one. All right, guys, Robert back out here with you, doing this intro video. I forgot to film my intro video before I left the house, or before I left the lake, so I had to come over here and do it here at the house real quick. But we only caught those 3 little old fish, 2 little old bass, and that 1 little old bluegill. That lake, it's known for the bass. Some people, I mean, if you know the lake, it's easy to catch the bass over. I tell everybody all the time, do plastics, do soft plastic. You can catch them on crankbaits. We may try to go over in a couple of days and do some other videos and do some different types of baits and stuff. I do want to go down there and try to do like a Carolina rig on maybe a Super Fluke or a actually I got some crawdads that I want to try. But anyways, we fishing get off here, and we're back here at the house and stuff. Just got done unhooking the boat and stuff. I'm going here and see if I can get Miss Renee to fix me something to eat here, I guess. But appreciate you guys watching the videos. Make sure you like and subscribe to the videos always. And we fixing get off of here. Peace.